Welcome to the Strictly Business Podcast.
Hey guys, before you watch this amazing video, please do me one favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the doorbell and give it a thumbs up. That will mean the world to me. Thank you. 11, I have Shani Brightwell from Say It With a Box, and today we're going to be chatting about Shopify, e-commerce, her business and SEO. Shani, thank you for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me, Andrew. It's always good to chat. So I'm a hamper business based in Sydney, just on the outskirts of Sydney near Hornsby. And we're a hamper service with a difference. So I started up approximately 5, might be going on 6 years ago. I think we've been in business for, and we noticed a gap in the market where there was an absence of really luxury hampers for the corporate market. So my business is based around providing a really beautiful hamper service that's a very personal service. So we deal with corporates mainly, but we're also open just for public, purchase off our website. But I think our point of difference is where we can take the corporate branding and just weave that beautifully through a hamper and then send it on behalf of businesses. So we're just making it a very personalised gift and a personalised service. So something that's very standout in the hamper market.
Awesome. And you've started this, did you say 5 years ago?
I think we're 5.5 years ago now.
Right.
So yeah, been
awesome.
In, obviously the first year is quite slow finding your feet, first 1 to 2 years, but we've got a steady sort of base of corporates that we deal with now. So it's year 5 and we're really getting quite busy.
Yeah, I've actually purchased your hampers 4 or 5 different times. All of the corporate people loved it. My mum was just a little bit concerned with the stockings. Long socks. She was like looking at me like, "Oh, you got these really cute long socks." I'm like, "Oh, those were in it, were they?" That's awesome. But yeah, no, she loved it. And everyone, all of our clients that we've sent your boxes have absolutely loved them. So, and I'm not just saying that, I would have mentioned it if it wasn't, because I want to give you good feedback. No, but everyone loved them, and they found them they found them like to be a lot different than what was already on the market. And they were great. Cool. So you started a Shopify website. Did you? And I'm looking at your website now. The website looks different than what it did when we first spoke. I think it was at the end of last year.
Yeah, that was because you told me to, and I know that I needed to as well. We started with a Shopify website. So just a basic site was built, and then I sort of tweaked it along the way, but it just got to a point where we kind of changed our look, changed who we were sort of dealing with or targeting. And then you said it needed a makeover, which it did, and just a sort of a more streamlined. So we I bought a new theme, worked with a graphic designer, and then we just sort of changed the theme over. The new theme has been perfect. It's just created a lot more streamlined working of the site, and it looks a lot better. It's a lot easier for the users. So really happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you find using Shopify?
I love Shopify. I haven't had experience with anything else, so I haven't used Squarespace or anything like that, but really super easy. I am not terribly technically minded, but loading up things in the back end, looking at the analytics, it provides you with a really good look at who's hitting the website. Super easy, couldn't fault it really. And the Shopify help is great too, so that's a major support. Yeah.
So you're bringing in new products. Obviously, I'm looking at a few things that you didn't have at that time. I'm looking at the socks bundle. Yeah, those were the ones. So now are you bringing in like other sort of? There was candles. Was candles there before?
No, so that's part of our corporate suite. So you can add, you can buy alone, or you can add to your hampers so that you've got more options to brand and weave that branding through the hamper. So we're offering branded ribbons now and branded candles, cards, if you want to include cards. just subtle ways of making that hamper purely based on your business.
Yeah, people love customizing. I've noticed when one of the differences that last time that we chat, I've actually launched my own Shopify store, and one of the big things that I get is people love, like, they can see, okay, we sell this, but they always want to add like their own, whether it's their logo or we sell pictures of cats, so they're always asking me, can we add our cat? You know, like, so customization I think is a huge user experience plus. Do you find that as well?
Yeah, I think making things personal is just such a nice way to be able to convey something to your customer, or if you can just put that little personal touch on it, it means you've put thought into it. It's not just a generic product.
Yep.
Yeah, really important.
Yeah, awesome. And okay, so I think we were discussing, it was probably 2 weeks ago when you promised me you would be posting some content. Did you post that content, or you didn't? You let me down. No.
It's all up here. Haven't. The story was I went to Victoria and I had to self-isolate. So it's kind of thrown me out by a couple of weeks, not because of COVID. It was just the border, and so I'm back by a couple of weeks in what I was going to do. But no, I need to. It's been a while since I've posted any blog posts, and I have a topic I need to post on. And I also need to start generating that content coming up to Christmas too. Christmas is our biggest time, so quite a few topics up here. Ones that I can easily change over from my blog on my website, plus utilising LinkedIn as well. Yeah.
Look, I'm going to start with every platform, like as I mentioned, and then we can talk a bit about SEO and blogging and that. Like, you haven't posted anything since the 9th of June on Facebook. Are you running ads on Facebook by any chance?
No, I'm not currently. I was kind of waiting until the website was fixed.
Makes sense, yeah.
But I am thinking that Christmas time would be a good time to start doing some Facebook ads.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So what I'll recommend, like, if you're going to post on Facebook, are you posting on Instagram and then sharing to Facebook, or are you creating individual content?
No, I'm purely sharing from Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. That's all right. I do with Meal Express, so I can't go off you for that one. No, but what I find with Facebook, that unless you sort of run ads, it's very, like, look, Mark Zuckerberg wants your money, so unless you sort of put money behind each post, like, you can either boost posts, which is the easiest way, or you can go into like Business Manager and like set up proper campaigns and things like that. But the point would be that unless you run advertising, there's no organic reach at all on Facebook. On Instagram, there still is, but on Facebook is completely dead. So what I would recommend, that in that case, like, you might as well just keep doing what you're doing on Instagram and then share it on Facebook. I'll be honest with you, our store launched 2 weeks ago, the 5 out of the 6 shirts that we've sold were purely Facebook ads. They weren't, right. Okay, so I definitely think that if you had the choice between an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad, I'll go every time Facebook ad. Now, I understand that obviously Christmas is your busiest time, but I would put $50 to $100 a month on 2 or 3 of your main corporate hampers, and just let that run for 2 or 3 weeks, and then like test them and try them. I'm even running a TikTok ad, right? And for 15 cents, I know, look, probably the Chinese are spying on us through TikTok. I don't know. But the point would be that, like, for 15 cents, I get like 2,000 people to see the ad.
Right. Okay.
I mean, 15 cents, you wouldn't even notice that money was gone, right? Actually, sorry, 15 cents for 1,000. Sorry, not 2,000, for 1,000. It's very crazy. It's very difficult to run a TikTok ad to get it approved. I've had so many problems getting it approved. But if you do manage to get like an ad up and running, it's good to be a practitioner. Look, I had trouble setting it up, but the fact that no one is spending money on it, Shani, is like a good, like, you can get in front of people within, like, do you sell hampers Australia-wide? Would you, like, if someone in Perth? Yeah, cool. Yeah. So you could just like for you could run an ad. There's a few demographics, but you can, not as good as Facebook advertising demographics, like ad targeting and that. and creating audiences, but you can still do that TikTok. Something for you to look at, like go on YouTube and watch a few TikTok, because there's no one spending money on it. To get 1,000 people to see you, you might be spending 50 cents. Whether on Facebook to get 1,000 people to see you. Look, if I had to choose which one that I would run, I would definitely be running Facebook ads out of Instagram and TikTok. It's a very sell-friendly sort of platform. So definitely look into that. How is Pinterest? How are you going with that? Because I know Pinterest is huge with this type of stuff.
Pinterest, I do a fair bit on Pinterest, and Pinterest is one of my sending traffic to my website.
Yeah, it's good.
I do need to build on that more. I haven't run Pinterest ads, but I'm actually wondering if Pinterest seems to be more the American market. I don't know. I just got a feel that there was a lot more American sort of feel and content. So I wasn't too sure how much effort I should put into Pinterest.
I would. Yeah, look, I mean, it's one of those things where you got to be a bit of you got to try them sort of thing.
Yep.
Now, if you had a big budget, I would say just continue, like Twitter. Twitter would be another one. Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook would be the three that I'll be running ads and trying. Twitter, because it's got that corporate tone to it as well. Sort of it's conversation, business people are on there. It's got that corporate tone. I think Pinterest falls under the same banner as TikTok. I think there's a lot of underpriced attention you can probably obtain, and if nothing else, it's a good brand awareness tool. But look, I see accounts doing really well within jewelry on Pinterest, and they're huge. I just think because they're such underpriced, there are just good opportunities to spend $20 or $30 a month on each of these platforms, and just even for brand awareness, and try to get the demographic as close as possible to your target market.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Beneficial too, because it is driving. I mean, I look at the analytics and I am getting traffic, so I'm still getting website hits from Pinterest. So I think just for the amount of effort it takes, which is not much because I'm uploading my images anyway. So
yeah, definitely. I think Pinterest, I mean, I know other sites that are doing really well on it. Very, very visual, very much like like an Instagram in the sense that it needs a lot of pretty pictures and a lot of pretty images and very fine and polished content, and you're great at that. So, and even organically, Pinterest has still got a bit of organic reach. When was the last time you posted something on Pinterest?
Probably be a couple of months ago now, maybe 4 months ago. Yeah, I sort of do a bit of a batch and then nothing for a while, but
yeah. I definitely want to see you like literally this month to sort of post a Facebook ad at least in that time. So, Twitter, Twitter's hard because you can run ads, but it's a conversation. It's like a whole platform built around open-ended conversation. But if you can find out like who's talking in the business, the Australian business market, and just be in conversations around the corporate scene, if you can get into those conversations and sort of provide value, it's stalkish. Look, I've run Facebook, Twitter ads, and it just seems to send a lot of traffic that didn't convert. And I just thought, well, Facebook and LinkedIn is where I sort of sink the majority of my money. But because you're in the corporate scene as well, I definitely think that having a presence, and see with Twitter, you can just post and then react to comments, but it is more the best, or I think, in my opinion, the best content you can build on Twitter is just being in a conversation that is relevant. So you don't even necessarily need to create a specific content marketing campaign just for Twitter. You can just find the hashtags that are relevant. Same thing with Instagram, like, just fiddling around who's in the demographic, like who's talking in the Australian business scene. I mean, you're corporate, but do you find that the majority of your orders are like from businesses to their clients, or is it just, do you find that it's mainly like people like me, someone just sending it to their mum or their best friend or something?
No, most of my business is businesses sending it to businesses. So social media companies. And I think even like going on and like if you're typing in like the Australian business and finding out where all the sort of
Because see, like the hashtags that I use are like B2B marketing. Like I'm very much into anything that's B2B specialist, B2B marketing. I've tried to find what the Australian business people wear, find that hashtag and what businesses are on them. I'm talking to real estate agents, then I get in conversations with build houses. And I'm always just like providing value as I can. So if you just say, oh, that's a really nice house, or this is a really nice piece of content, actually just provide something, they're always going to check you out, obviously, and see what you do. And you got to remember, this is marketing. It's not sales. It's not supposed to be the sort of marrying on the first date sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just be, you find that I get so many impressions on Instagram just by commenting on different posts and different businesses that are potentially my target market. But I'm thinking first, what value can I bring to them? By even if I want to target businesses in the area that I moved to over in MacArthur region now, I just want to talk to businesses in MacArthur. It just makes sense for me to talk to businesses in MacArthur because I'm in that region locally, and so I want to know who's building the houses, who's the real estate agents, who's the mortgage brokers. So it just makes sense for me just to have having conversations, even if necessarily they don't even become clients. It's just that's where my market is. So
that's right. It makes sense to build that community, I think, too, because it might not convert now, but it converts 2 years later when they need something, or
Yeah,
I think.
And I think LinkedIn is an absolute no-brainer. Like I mentioned to you, that was what we were talking about. So corporate gift, Shani, you should be living on LinkedIn. You should be living in LinkedIn more than you're living in your own house. LinkedIn, like
I'll move right in.
Just move right in. But LinkedIn, again, it's a different context. So what you can post on Instagram, to be honest with you, I would have had a very different conversation with you 3 days ago. I think, no, it was last week. Sorry. Last week, all I did was just tell people on my LinkedIn I've started a side business called Meow Express, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even intend anyone. I didn't think in a million years with a cat face logo, very light-hearted cartoon, very un-LinkedIn piece of content. And I just posted, look, I just started this business, guys. I love people's feedback. What are you interested in? Are you a cat lover? Whatever. Just posted to tell people I started it. Someone bought something from that.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask them to buy anything from them, right?
Yeah.
The whole game is attention. The whole game is content marketing, attention, eyeballs. But even from that LinkedIn post, someone bought something. So I was just like, wow, even in that moment, I learned how powerful this stuff, this crap really is. So for you though, for me, digital, I don't know if you use LinkedIn that much, but you'll see me posting content regularly on there. Not enough, but regularly. And for you, with the corporate gift scene, you might want to actually create content, but you don't always want to come across as the sales angle all the time. People tune that stuff out on LinkedIn. So go on. You've looked at you.
Oh yeah, that's the hard part with LinkedIn. I enjoy the platform. I think it's a lot of value on there, but yes, it is that fine line of what can you share that's beneficial but not salesy.
And that should be your approach pretty much with all the marketing. Some content you should be posting, like on Facebook, can be an ad to buy, but you also want to bring attention and value-added content on all of them. But on LinkedIn, you might want to create a post on how sending a gift hamper can improve relationships with your existing clients, or why sending gifts regularly might strengthen the relationship with your clientele. And don't be afraid to say, look, at the end, this is where the website is if you like a gift hamper, But look, who doesn't like sending gift? Like, who doesn't like sending a gift? Or who doesn't like receiving a gift? Right? Yeah. So gift hampers, and maybe you want to talk about how you could create a hamper for the staff to lift morale during COVID. How, smile on the face. People want to see that positive news, positive, especially now. So anything positive that you got to create anything positive that's going to boost morale and potentially keep clients in this economy on LinkedIn is going to get attention. And the good thing about LinkedIn, you can run ads, but I wouldn't necessarily even recommend it. I'd rather see you put Facebook ads, because organic LinkedIn is such the the amount of people using it versus the content that's being produced. See, Zuckerberg knows there's so much content on. If you want to get on someone's feed, there's so many people using it. If you want to get in front of eyeballs, I'm just going to charge you. So LinkedIn is sort of where Facebook was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So if you post a really awesome post and 5 people like it, you'll get about 600-700 views, easy. And it'll just keep getting recycled because they need to show you because not enough people are creating. So there's like it's just too many people people don't seem to create. You go on my feed and it's always maybe the same 20 people all the time. It's like I even know it's always the same 20 people on my feed, like all the time. And occasionally a few people will butt heads and have this random post that I'm like, oh, you can speak. That's awesome. So I would say with LinkedIn, that would be sort of my once a week, if not once every fortnight. A good post, a morale. Here are 5 popular gift hampers that our corporate clients have purchased. Now, if you know that let's say 5 gift hampers, 5 popular corporate gift hampers in the last month, sent by my clients. So people want to know, well, I'm a corporate client, so what did my competitors send? So sometimes it's just to see. My competitors are sending, like sometimes I've seen like posts where I've seen my competitors sending like USB sticks to their clients with proposals on them and have all the marketing material on them. And I thought that's not a bad way to sort of send a proposal rather than emails. It's a little bit different. So you can see what your competitors are sending to their clients, and sometimes that raises attention. Like, should I be sending gift hampers to my clients? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sort of the angle that I would come across that. And
I don't know if you're finding the same thing, but Instagram, maybe during COVID too, is incredibly noisy, loaded. It's just, I feel like moving away a bit from that now because of the effort you have to put in just to remain at the top or to be seen. It's such a noisy platform that it's time now to maybe look at, or LinkedIn definitely, but
it's noisy, and because Zuckerberg got his hands on it, eventually he just wants to make it so if you want to get attention, you're just going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And to be look, I'm not a fan of Zuckerberg, but to be fair, it's his platform, right? He paid $1 billion for it, so which he stole it, right? Because $1 billion for an app that's worth 15 is a steal. So, I mean, look, you are right, but also the algorithms are changing, right? But obviously, like we haven't even talked about YouTube, and I don't know how much time you have, but the point would be that, look, these algorithms are built so if your target market wants to see your content, if you're liked regularly, if a piece of content goes viral, then it's in their interest to show that organic piece of content. Like I get things in my feed, like they're not even sponsored posts, but a lot of people, they've got a lot of likes, and I might fit that demographic of the majority of those likes. So obviously these platforms are built to keep people on them. Don't worry about what Zuckerberg says about trying to kick people off after 3 hours. It's rubbish. They're trying to keep people on the platforms, all right? So if they notice that your piece of content is keeping certain people on the platform organically, they are going to favor you. It just makes sense. But I think with your profile and my profile, that's a little bit under, let's say, 10, 20,000 followers organically, you're going to see on Instagram, it isn't so much that it's getting noisy. It is, but we're just also getting seen less because people are willing to pay money to get the same attention that we would have otherwise have received 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And it is a noisy world, and that's why I've been hammering you about creating content, because if you're not even creating organic content, you are silent in a loud world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And the one post that you don't create, your competitors are creating, and you're not, and that's one less piece that you're not eating that market share.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of you, Shani. Big fan. You're so nice. You're so lovely. And I just like what you're doing, and I like you as a person, and I just want to see you do really, really, really well. So like how are you going with the content creation side of it? Or like, doesn't matter which platform. Are you struggling to create content for time, or you're struggling to create content for ideas, or a bit of both?
I don't necessarily struggle with ideas. That's one thing that
Good stuff.
I've kind of, but I struggle for time, and then thinking, okay, time. I know I should create videos too, and it's just thinking, well, is that suitable for LinkedIn? Is that suitable for the website? I know that's something I need to work on, which is video content.
Oh, yes.
Now that I've got the new website, I know that I can embed some nice videos in there. So, and I think the reason I don't struggle with content is because you told me to just do the Google search. What are people looking for?
Yeah, that's a Google site.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
so
awesome.
I've still got quite a list of those, so I kind of know.
Yeah.
That's great. I know what people are searching for, so that's half the battle. Now it's just finding how I present that.
Yeah, and the reason I'm stuck on the social media side and the SEO, because I don't know how much time do you have left? You got 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah, I've got 20 minutes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll get to SEO in a second, but for example, on your Instagram stories, there's no reason why every single job that goes out can't be a quick video.
Yeah.
The advice I gave a painter. You know about that advice. I've already told you about that. But the cafe, I just told a local cafe where I was living. They said, should I pay money for ads on Instagram and Facebook? I said, eventually you are going to need to pay money on Facebook. But all you got to do is just, every time you cut a piece, when you cut a piece of cake and a chocolate, and this lady is sensational with desserts. So she creates all these amazing, she's a pastry chef out of this world.
Yeah.
And Russian. So she doesn't and she's very conservative and doesn't know much about social media. I said, listen, all you just got to do is just take a video of every time you create a piece of cake. And if that chocolate oozes out, it'll get the attention.
Yeah.
All right. And literally the whole cafe blew up in the local area. They had journalists coming to try it, to review it. The local newspapers. And all she did was every cake or anything she would create, anything spectacular, birthday, just filming it, taking photos, videos, just on Instagram. She's like, oh, I don't like Facebook, doesn't do much. And then I didn't want to explain, well, it's probably because of the ad, you got to pay money. But Instagram alone brought the attention. And that built the Facebook profile, because people will go, they follow where's this lady? What's her Facebook page? So, so she built a big cafe, in the area, a very popular cafe, just on Instagram, taking pictures and videos of the cakes, right? It's literally, documenting exactly what she's doing day to day. So on social media, the advice I would give you is, every time you do a gift hamper, record it, man. Take a picture, bang, Instagram. Anytime it's going to a really big client, and this is put up on LinkedIn and say, how gift hampers can improve the mood. This is actually, hi, my name. Look, Shani, you look very good. You speak very good. You got a very luxury product. There's no reason why you shouldn't be creating video content.
Yeah, sure.
Right, you, unless you have a reason that you don't want to be in front of video that I don't know about, but you trust me, imagine looking like me and sounding like me, and I have to go on video all the time. All right, and I do it. You can do it. I'm ultra self-conscious about how I look, how I sound, but I do it because the love of the final goal means more to me than my own pathetic insecurities.
Yeah. Well, I think people too, they want to see the behind the scenes and the real story. If you can get that real story across, I don't know that actually people really, it doesn't have to be extra polished, does it? It's just that
That's right.
This is behind the scenes story. So I've done a few just packing boxes. I haven't done for a while, but I know that when I put them on IGTV that, they've got up to 500 views just of simply packing a box. It's nothing, but it's nice to watch, I guess.
You think it's nothing. See, this is where you got to drop the bad assumptions, because you think it's nothing. See what I mean? 500 people didn't think it was nothing. And honestly, because you don't know, you might put something in the hamper. I didn't even know you did those socks to my mum. I had no idea, right? Because I didn't, if you put every single hamper up, and then even if you put those little categories on your Instagram channel where you can put like, this is a luxury hamper, this is a casual hamper, and just have the categories of all the different types of hampers that you provide. Like for me, you set one for my mum on Mother's Day. So you must have a not so corporate, and you got candles and you got other stuff that you can customize.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like every single time you can put them into those different categories, but every hamper, man, just that's your content, and then you share it to Facebook. See, and then eventually you could just probably boost a post on Facebook when you've got time. But if you're not lacking ideas, then that's great.
Yeah.
So you're lacking time.
Yes. Yeah, lacking time, but I mean, I need to just, set the camera up. I can do it on my phone. It's not a big setup, so it's not an excuse.
Yeah, no, it's not. And look, I suck at writing, so I have to get people, like in my LinkedIn posts, they suck. And I've got to read them 4 times. But eventually I've got to get someone to help me, when I write the post, I send it to my content writer and I get them to write it for me. Right. Like I might write it out and then they'll edit it, I write 2 sentences with 400 spelling mistakes. So like I'm elementary writing, right? I didn't get out of 3rd grade, mate. So like I need someone to sort of help me edit that. And that's just, I don't know if you're good. Are you good at writing, or you need someone to sort of help you?
I do have to check it multiple times, because there's nothing worse than posting on LinkedIn and realizing you've got a spelling error in there, because it's just not the platform that you want to do. Yeah. Kind of, luckily you can edit it, but and it's finding that voice too. So LinkedIn has I think another thing you said too was, if it's suitable for the boardroom, it's suitable for LinkedIn. Instagram is social, so it's just changing that voice and having it more professional, polished.
Absolutely, and I still stand by that. But don't be afraid to have a personality, because that's what people are going to see. Look, at the end of the day, yes, LinkedIn is more corporate, boardroom. I get it, but if you have a look at some of the posts that go viral on LinkedIn, they're raw, they're unpolished, they're real, and I think there's a lot of polished content that something unpolished will get through.
Stands out. Yeah, maybe.
Stands out, right? So I would rather see you get it done imperfectly than not get it done and waiting for it to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's an element of quantity as well. And I would rather see you do 5 unpolished posts on LinkedIn every month than you doing one really good one once a month. I don't know. It could go either way, but I think that you're going to make it pretty polished anyway. I know, you've got this image that you want to sort of uphold to.
Yeah.
Post. Okay. Awesome. So with your SEO, do you have any other questions? Anything social?
No.
That I could sort of answer for you? It was mainly SEO stuff you wanted to discuss?
I don't think anything more on the socials. Happy to move on to SEO.
Okay. All right. My bread and butter, mate. Okay. So you are posting, where's your blog? I can't find do you have the blog on the side, or do you got it under a different category? Do you have a blog?
On the little tab down on the left-hand side.
Yep. Awesome.
So.
Okay. So, and then you posting, okay. So are you been posting much?
For SEO on blogs? No, I haven't. No. Okay. Would be the short answer.
Yeah, that's all right.
Coming to Christmas time, I will be.
So is there any reason why I know Christmas is a good time, but what other marketing are you doing then on the business? Mainly social?
Yeah, mainly socials, pretty much all socials and local work. I've been on a couple of real estate podcasts and those sort of things. So again, it's easier for me to kind of embed myself in the local area. So I do business ads on Facebook in the local communities quite well, and then social media, and then just trying to work on SEO to drive traffic.
Okay, and so how much SEO have you been doing? Have you been doing it yourself? Have you just what's been happening on the SEO side?
I've been doing it myself and just trying to get the basics done of what, I should, as far as the images, and then content, so product descriptions and blog posts.
Yep. Now with Shopify, it's very limited in terms of changing URLs. I find the SEO potential on Shopify isn't anywhere near as good as if I was using WordPress. And WordPress isn't really an e-commerce platform, though. It can be because it's got like plugins for that. But you don't have as much control over the URLs, and URLs are a big thing when it comes to SEO. I think even putting different, creating categories, like getting rid of that collections, you can't get rid of /collections and things like that. But I'm looking now, you'll see that the people also ask. So when I typed into Google corporate hampers gift, just to generate the people also ask, I'm looking like you can see keywords like what are the best corporate gifts? What can I put in a hamper gift? I think that should be your next blog post. What can I put in a corporate hamper, or what can I put in a hamper gift? What do you put in a corporate gift basket, and what is the meaning of a gift hamper? These are all relevant. Actually, since we spoke, I actually released a case study where a big part of what we did, so the blog was generating my clients 0 landing page visits from Google, right? So I was getting an average of about 3,000 or 4,000 people a month, but none of those keywords, none of those pages from Google were the blog. So I just completely stopped focusing on the other parts of the site, focused purely on the content, and basically the people also ask is a literally gold mine right before your very eyes. And I will take the content here and then I'll run it through other tools to see how much search volume there is, and there's a little bit more advanced. But if I'm just talking to the everyday business owner and I'm saying, what is the one thing that I could do with SEO? It's just using that people also ask, right? So I just type in corporate hampers gift, and I can see and then if you click the bottom listing, and then it just other sub-relevant topics come up. But you just keep clicking the bottom of it, and just Google keeps loading more and more and more suggestions.
Yeah.
But what are the best corporate gifts? What can I put in a hamper gift? What do you put in a corporate gift basket? What is the meaning of a gift hamper? And what is a hamper even used for? I mean, these are all questions people are talking about. Once you build the content, you become more authoritative from Google's perspective, because you've got more and unique content is the key, right? If you 1,000 words, here you go. What are the best corporate gifts? Shani, you create 1,000-word blog article tomorrow. You create easy, right? What are the best corporate gifts? And then I would go to YouTube and I'll create a 5-minute video on your iPhone. I mean, this iPhone cost me $1,200, right? It's got a 10 megapixel camera, video camera, whatever. It records pretty decent camera, right? The only thing that I got to do is just fix up the audio, because phone audio is a crap. But the video quality is pretty good. And if you know how to use iMovie, you can even polish it up even further. So create one blog post, 1,000 words. What are the best corporate gifts? Then create a YouTube video about, let's say, showing, hi, my name is Shani. I'm going to show you 3 of the best corporate gifts you can buy from our store today that are going to lift the morale of your clients and customers. You know how to sell your own product better than I can, right? And then that's a 4 or 5 minute clip. You can use it on IGTV, but upload it to YouTube under your branded YouTube account. Do you have one?
No, not yet.
Okay, get one. Get one. And then you embed that YouTube video into that article. And what happens is it gives you the potential opportunity to rank in multiple places on Google. So obviously, if someone's typing in that keyword into Google next time, and once your content is being found by Google and indexed, then you can come up your blog article can rank, your YouTube video can rank that points to your article, right? If you've got images on there, you might want to show images of these with links back to the product pages. Right, so you've got internal linking. Does that make sense? If I'm speaking, you can interrupt me anytime something doesn't make sense. All right.
That makes sense.
Okay, cool. And then you've got 3 or 4. You've got links pointing to the product pages, and then how you name those images, or if you're going to use them again, or how you name them might be. You try to include, if it's a corporate gift hamper, maybe you call it the shiny box corporate gift hamper.jpg. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you incorporate those keywords into the article that they're going in. So you name the images. So right now, right, let me type in what are the best corporate gifts. Now, let me just type that in. I might even edit this later on and show a screenshot. Mm-hmm. So there's only the articles now, but if I go back to corporate gift hampers, it shows me even images of other people that have uploaded. So they've uploaded it to the site, and then Google's indexed those images and showing them in the search results.
Yeah.
All right. It's not showing, this example, unfortunately, is not showing me any videos, which sucks. But if you create other pieces of content or different based on what people are searching for in other examples, it might show the videos. That strategy, more or less, there's a few things that are different, but more or less boosted that landing pages from 0 every month for my client to 4,000.
Right.
Right. So that's an extra 4,000. So the blog is generating search engine traffic. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So once you do that, then we can talk about, okay, links are important do you know about link building and all that sort of for SEO?
Yes. So, building. Yeah. Multiple access routes to your website.
Yeah, so the more relevant they are, is important that your pieces of content will rank higher. But I don't want to get too much into that for time reasons, and I don't want to overload you, but that would be literally, it works because I've done it and I've got a case study on it, right? I've got the t-shirt even, right? I've done it and bought it and paid, bought the t-shirt. So, so that's 100% anything. Like, I mean, okay, you say you laugh with 1,000 words, but even I'll rather see you do 750 if it means you're getting it done and building that content on YouTube and incorporating it. And at the same time, you're building content even on Google got a video search box as well, so that can also point traffic back to your videos and increase views on YouTube. And then in your YouTube description, you're linking back to the article as well.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you're using what people are searching for as part of your content marketing strategy. Because unfortunately, a lot of people, Shani, they talk, I think this is what I think I got your attention when I said, stop posting crap about, Sarah's birthday. Because people use their blog as just this PR tool.
Yeah.
No one cares. It's all about me and what you're going to provide. Your business serves me if you want me to give you money, right? Yeah. So what is it going to do? So you need to. So if you don't even know at least what they're searching for, then what are you going to create?
Yeah. Has to be relevant.
It has relevant to what you do. I mean, look, if you're posting 5-10 articles a month that are relevant to gift hampers, and then you want to create a blog post about the 3 best female entrepreneur books to inspire and encourage, hey, go right ahead, right? Who am I to tell you not to put that on your own website? But if you want my advice, if I've only got a certain amount of time every single month, I don't want you posting about anything other than corporate gift hampers.
Yeah.
Based on what people are searching for on Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Because you've only got limited time. I don't want you posting something that I know is not going to bring you any value. So you just spend 1 hour or 2 hours or 5 hours on something that doesn't even have the potential to bring you a return.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Narrow the focus.
Narrow the focus. And when you are, hey, Andrew, I'm posting 10 articles a month. So, hey, if I want my 11th to be something that's irrelevant, I'm going to do that. And you can't say anything because I've just posted 5 pieces of content or 10 pieces of content. And then I'll shut up and I'll be like, fair enough. If that's what you want to do. But as your friend, I would strongly advise you to focus, keep on topic on your blog and treat the blog almost similar to your LinkedIn strategy. Your LinkedIn and your blog, like see how what people search for, you could translate that into a LinkedIn article as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I think, it's got to be content that suits both because then it narrows the effort needed really. So I don't see why LinkedIn content can't be the blog content. Yeah,
just don't duplicate them. So don't create a post on LinkedIn and then copy and paste that into your blog. Not advised.
But I can create the blog and then send the link from LinkedIn to the blog. That's
absolutely. You could even start you could even write like a blog post and start writing a unique, maybe another 300-400 words, and say, click here to continue reading.
Yeah.
And then link that to your blog article. Look, I was just having this conversation with a homewares store today, and I just said, look, the whole game is content marketing. The whole thing. Just think of digital marketing is synonymous with content marketing, right? Just content marketing looks a little bit different for SEO, for Instagram, for Facebook, for Snapchat, for TikTok. But it's all boils down to posting regularly, posting content that is like, I want you to start thinking, before I do a post, is this going to provide value in your SEO posts and in your LinkedIn? Is this what people are searching for? But on your Instagram and your Facebook, no, because see, SEO, think of SEO as very defensive. You're posting the content, people are searching for it, they're coming to you. Social media is very much you going to them, right? So it's almost like they don't even really know what they like so much. So if they know what they like, they're looking for it on Google, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different, so one's more defense. SEO, I look at it defensive as reactive, a defense, because people have to go to Google, type something that they're clearly looking for. But Facebook, they might be like, oh, this is great gift hampers. Oh, I sort of was semi-looking. Like my father-in-law asked me, why when he looks for one Toyota Hilux on car sales, all of a sudden his Facebook is all bombarded with Toyota Hiluxes. I had to explain to him, that's called retargeting. They know there's cookies installed on your computer. I know they're not Amoretti biscuits, right? There's no Italian joke. Right? You don't have to get that one. I said, no, these are little pieces of code that are basically tracking you, and they know now that you are looking at Hilux and car sales, so they're just going to continuously target you as someone interested in Toyota Hiluxes.
Yes,
that's why you're seeing them. So, so that is very, very. That's why social media is very going out on the offensive, looking for them, right?
Yeah.
Where there's people now looking for you on SEO, right?
Yeah.
So there's a different sort of mind shift. So if you can understand that, then this has been a call that's been worth it for you.
Yeah.
I think so.
Makes sense.
I think it's powerful.
Yep. Good.
And if you don't have a problem with the ideas, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, not thanks to our last conversation where you taught me how to Google what people are searching for. So
so you got the people also ask, and then if you scroll down the bottom, you've got related searches.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Google's telling you what people are. It's in Google's interest to tell you what people are searching for, because all Google and we haven't even talked about voice search and all that, which is for another day. But the point would be that Google, all they want to do is does say it with a box, provide the answer to our own search users. If it does, they're going to bump you up. So if the more content you'll create, so let me break that down for a second, because there's a lot there in what I just said. So even if you don't have the links that your competitors have, like Hamper Emporium, which might even be a little bit different business model because they're going for more B2C, I think, right? But if you're providing a better experience, if you're answering questions in the long tail, like I just sent you from an SEO perspective, so you just continuously writing these long articles, you're getting clicks. Google's algorithm is catching up to, your competitors have more links than you, they've got more content than you, but you just continuously keep answering our users' questions.
Yeah, right.
And when they land on your it's called rank brain, right? It's a technical term, forget about it. I just want you to get the concept, not the algorithm, right? So they get, they're typing in all these searches, bang, 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 and then you say it with the box is always, you're going to rank a lot easier for, and you're not even guaranteed to rank for it as soon as you write the content, but you're a lot more likely to rank for what do I put in a corporate gift hamper than trying to rank for corporate gift hamper Sydney, right? Which I would sort of tell you we can go for it, but you're trying to eat too much of a pie too early.
Yeah.
You rank to the dinner table, too keen like a 10-year-old kid, and you're just going to sit down now and just wait. And you know what I'm saying? All right? You're just going for the piece of the pie, take a big bite that you can't chew on at the moment. So my recommendation is take the smaller bites and just chomp at it bit by bit.
Yeah.
Rather than going for the big one, right? So Look, I've got a case study on it, Shani. I know it works. I've got the evidence. It works. And then what Google will do is start saying, oh, okay, so you've got all these 50, 60, 70 articles with YouTube videos, all right? There's a lot of work there, right? But a lot of people are clicking on you, and when they click on you, they stay on your site for a long time because they're reading the article or they're watching the video. So Google measures your average time on site. They're spending the time there, right? They're getting value out of it. They're clicking around. They might be leaving a comment on your blog, right? And then they're writing something else and they're coming back a second time. So what Google hates is it ranks a website, especially for the big keywords like gift hampers or corporate gifts, and people are clicking on whoever ranks first, second, and third, but the majority are clicking back, right? It's called bounce rate. So in that case, Google's getting the shits because why do you think Google get the shits at that? I'm asking you. What do you think? Yeah.
Oh, because there's nothing on there to keep them on there for.
Exactly. So you're providing them. So Google's whole objective is to answer their search queries results, their questions, or solve the problems that they're looking for, or buy the TV that their own search users are looking for. And if they're always clicking back, Google says, okay, our traditional algorithm says that they should rank first, but people don't seem to like it. People is how we make money. Traditional algorithm drops in importance. User algorithm takes precedence. So I see sites all the time going, like my client was fantastic. We've got him on the first page in Melbourne for engagement rings. And I think the reason that we've dropped now to the top of the second page, which I didn't even envision it's going to take 24 months, is because people can see this brand and go, we're at the dinner table, but who the hell are we? It's like sitting down with, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, Charles, and then you got me at the end of the table. like, hello, who's this idiot? What's he doing here? What? You shouldn't be here. You should be at some local bistro. What are you doing here, buddy? So, so do you see what I'm saying? So then people aren't clicking on our listing and not necessarily dropping us because our competitors, but people are looking at our client name and going, I don't know who that is. I'm not clicking on it, right? And that's where the whole idea of marketing is that's why social media is important. It's all content, right? It's all content marketing, and then it's user experience. But it's people recognizing your brand, and that's why I tell clients SEO is only one piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So did I overload you with that, or does that make sense? Or do you have
a
question?
It's good. Yeah, no, it's a really good refresh, I think, on how to stop the overwhelm of I should be doing everything to, let's focus on this that's actually going to generate, what I need for my business. So
and run a Facebook. Look, on Meow Express, I ran an ad on like product-based ads. So you can even when you do create an SEO article on why should I buy a corporate gift hamper or whatever. What example did I give on? What are the best corporate gifts? Right?
Yeah.
So you might want to run a Facebook ad to that blog article on people that are interested in corporate gifts.
Yeah.
Right. And then send them to the article. Now, try that. It may not necessarily and then in the article, you make sure there's links pointing to the products, right? So they can easily click. Or do what I do with Meow Express. I just don't even bother with that. I just go, I'm going for the jugular. So I just post straight to the product page, bang. Right, because this is a side gig, right? So I know I'm taking it slow, right? I'm in it for the next 20 years. It doesn't matter. It's just a side business. But people that I know they want that sale initially. And I was telling the homewares client today is that I know you need to make money quickly. I get it, but you got to understand, I'm not a sales guy. This is marketing. It's about bringing the awareness of your brand, building, because you know what's going to matter when social media doesn't exist and when SEO has changed, the brands that have the biggest recognition are going to be the ones that transition into whatever comes next a lot easier. It's easier for Coke to transition to voice than it's going to be for you, because they're just going to go into voice and just take it over. So whatever strategy you do is content marketing, and it has to be brand driven.
Yeah.
So, and the best brand driven strategy is answer at least the basic things of what do my customers searching for on Google. How can I bring them value? It's all about them. It's not about you, right?
Yeah.
It's about them. It's always about them. They're paying the money. Them.
Yes.
You are totally irrelevant to the whole marketing process in a sense that don't make it about you. And too many people make it about them, Shani. Too many people make it about Sarah's birthday and Bob got a job. Bob got a promotion and now he's the head of sales.
Yeah.
Give me a break. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. No, you kind of tune out from that stuff after a while. It becomes
no one cares about your PR, right? I had another client I had, with The Bachelor, he provided the engagement ring for Maddie from The Bachelor. That was a good PR campaign because you know why? People wanted to see, what ring did we create? Like it was this buzz around it. Even in the PR, I tried to make it about the ring. It's the ring. Because that's what girls want to see, the ring. Right? So even within the PR, and then, it's Larson Jewelry that made the ring. See what I'm saying? Right at the end. Subtle. Because they're going to get excited about the ring. I want them to get excited about the ring first, about what they can wear, and about the nudge to boyfriend, right? And then go, where's that ring come from?
Yeah.
As an afterthought.
Yeah.
Right.
Just show them the way. Yeah.
Show them the way. Believe me, they'll find it when they're excited. It's getting them excited. It's providing the user experience.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So how do I help you? How can I help you now? What do you need?
Well, maybe I'll post some maybe I can post some content and then see what you think. I don't know.
Okay. No, whatever. There's not a trick question. There's any way I can help you. Just say, Andrew, I need help here. This is where I'm struggling. Just tell me. And you can tell me off air, you can tell me now, you can tell me in an email, whatever you like. Just anything you need. I'm a fan of yours and I want to help.
Yeah, sure. I guess it's going to be now taking all that information, putting it into something and then seeing what you think. Yeah.
No,
sorry, you go.
No. Sorry, because there's a delay, and then I was going to say there's a lot there. I threw a lot at you, so I'm thinking if I was you, because even in this podcast, I'm thinking first and foremost delivering value to you. Yeah, the audience is secondary. You are my focus. See, I'm even trying to practice what I preach. I say you're the primary person I'm trying to give the most value to, and whoever after is different. So for me, there's a lot there for you to digest. So what were you going to say? Sorry, I think I cut you off.
I was just going to say now it's probably up to me to start doing the content and then seeing what you think from a sort of SEO friendly perspective, or how that content actually will convert, or have I got the right kind of angle?
Yeah, look, when you create, we can even, it's up to you, otherwise we can do it off, I don't mind. When you create the what are the best corporate gifts, and then you've got that article written, finished, you got the video done, right? Send it to me, because I can get it indexed in Google quickly rather than waiting for Google to find it. It's like a big game of chess. Yeah. And we can optimize it together. Yeah. And you can, we can do that on air. We can, whatever. I think seeing me do that live on a screen share or whatever, it'll give you a bit more. I think you can see it. You see what I'm saying? Like you've done it, you've built it, you've asked me all the questions along the way, and but look, there's no reason why you can't be posting that same article, obviously rewritten so it's unique, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Yeah. And guess what? You can even put the YouTube video into that LinkedIn article as well. Right. Yeah, sure. And then break that up and put it on Facebook. Make a 2-minute version or a 1-minute version for Instagram. Yeah. Every box you create, every hamper that goes out, photo on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. And then you can use Instagram to say, okay, a lot of people like this one. A lot of people like this one. So when you do create what are 3 popular or What do you put inside a corporate gift basket? That's what people are searching for. I'm looking at it.
Yep.
What do you put in a corporate gift basket?
Yep.
You've got a video showing them exactly what's going in a corporate gift basket, right? So, I mean, even what Google's asking you. Look, would I use this for a social media strategy? To some extent. I would look at that and say, lightheartedly, would I use that for my Instagram? I don't know. Maybe that would be where I wouldn't know the answer to that until you started trying, but at least it gives you an idea anyway of, you know, what should I put in it? I mean, that should be on your Instagram and Facebook, right? You got the box. Imagine having a bit more, showing a bit more, you know, like I'm putting this in there, putting this in there, or this. It's just ridiculously different, crazy. What you're doing, it's endless. I mean,
it's very visual, I think. Yeah.
You could have your own podcast. That's going a bit nuts maybe for you. All right.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Like with the painter, I gave him the podcast. Like he spends so much time on TikTok and Instagram. He's blowing up on TikTok. He's doing really well. Good old Howard. And the last podcast that we had, I said, okay, you're doing that. That's great. So the next step I'll give you is podcasting, because voice is powerful. And he goes, because he told me he's known as the guy in the van, the painter in the van, right? So I said, why don't you have a podcast in the van with other tradies? And like there's women tradies, there's men tradies, so like painters and carpenters, and just get around the van and just talk tradie shit. Like,
fantastic.
And he goes, he loved it. He's like, I think that's the next piece, man. So that's for you. I'm thinking, what could you do as a podcast? I don't know if I've got the answer for that yet, but something along those lines where it's your personality, it's your brand's personality. Because he's easy. Because he said, "Oh, I'm known as the guy in the van, right? The tradie in the van." So I thought, well, podcast in the van with other tradies, man.
Yeah, you can really build on that.
Yeah. Very quirky, right? Imagine like watching tradies. Like I would watch it. And I'm not even a tradie or into tradies, but like I would watch it because it's a dude in a van talking, and Howard has got a really good personality. Yeah, and that helps. Yeah, you know, extrovert personalities help, right? There's no secret about that. But yeah, like that would be doing next. That would be something you could consider. Yeah, fantastic. I won't bombard you. Let's think about the podcast. I don't know yet. I don't have the answer for that yet for you. Let me see you start creating some content first anyway. Yeah. I've got to get you into content. You have to be Shani, the media company. So you have to be a media company for Say It With a Box. Yeah. And you have to hire yourself to produce content for Say It With the Box. That's the way I would see it. You're your own media company. Mm-hmm. And when I started, I had no idea. When I started in digital marketing, I didn't even have an idea until 3 years ago. So for the first 5-6 years of my career, I didn't know the difference between media and creative. Mm-hmm. Didn't know the difference. So the distribution and the creative is completely different. So you have to become your own creative publisher and distribution service. Yeah. All right, it's a lot there. Running a business is hard, mate. Yeah, it's hard. It is. It's a lot of work. But it's fun. Steep learning curve. Well, look, you're doing well. You've been going 5 years, like you said, 5.5 you mentioned. So you're doing really well. I just want to see you push that content. Yeah. It's time. So you really hammer that. And then cool. All right, do you have any other questions? Is there anything else I can do? Do you have a whole notebook? So. Didn't you have a whole notebook of questions? No. Got a whole notebook of things now, of tips, so that's great. Awesome. No, it's really good. Thank you. Awesome. All right. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. I really do. And you can just email me with any questions you have. And for everybody, it's Shani from Say It With a Box, and I'll put your description. You'll put your link in the description below. And hopefully, this was valuable to you and to everyone that is watching. I am not the one, and I am not your Neo. I am not a hero, and I am not a hero.